Yeah, so I don't really know how to start a video here, but I figured I'll just go for it. So, I'm, I'm Raf, and this is Juno. She's my BB girl. And I realized, not super late in life, but I feel like I'm realizing later than quite a few people that I'm a trans man. I just wanted to document my journey navigating like gender affirming care here in Canada. That's where I'm now. I moved here like just over 2 years ago. I got permanent residence late last year, and that was around the time that I realized that I'm not a butch or gender nonconforming woman, but a trans guy. And it's been a bit of a journey figuring that out. And growing up in the Philippines, in such a conservative country, I had barely any access to any education about trans stuff. I knew I was drawn to it. First, like, I was so drawn to it, and I was like so intrigued by things, but I didn't think it was something that I could do. I was 18 and like unsafely binding with everything they tell you not to bind with. Like I was using ace bandages, I was using masking tape, I was barely able to breathe most of the time. But I liked how I looked. I liked the silhouette my body had when I was doing that. I liked when, you know, ordering food, they would call me sir. It felt right. And I didn't know what that meant at the time. I thought it was just like, a fun thing to do, I guess. I eventually stopped because I could not breathe. And I knew it was not good for my body, and I just kind of just stopped. And eventually in my early 20s I did end up buying like a sports binder kind of thing. It was exciting and horrifying at the same time to find myself really enjoying how that felt, how I looked in it. But I also still didn't feel ready to come to terms with that because I lived in a country where there's no access to much of anything. It's just not a country where I would have felt like I could do it. Like, I have so much respect for the people that are able to transition and stay in the Philippines. I have a lot of respect for them for being able to do that, but also a lot of sympathy and empathy for them for having no other choice because I have the privilege that I was able to move from the Philippines and come here to Vancouver to Canada and access the care here. There's I'm so lucky and I don't really know what to do with that. Like I feel like I want to help somehow, but I also want to try and like just navigate things myself for a little bit. But yeah, I'm turning 28 soon and just realized that I can be a guy, that I don't have to settle for being okay with my chest, with my voice, with my curves. And I can actually here take the steps safely and almost easily to change that and align my body with how I've always felt without really knowing what that meant. And so that's, I guess, where I'm at. That's what I'm doing here. Just documenting things, talking a little bit about like what it's like transitioning here in Canada and probably a little bit of what it's like living in the Philippines where I grew up, like just a bit of stuff like that. But yeah, like I just started on androgel, like I got it yesterday. It was a moment. Like I felt so much excitement and a little bit of nervousness and just this powerful range of emotions that kind of just like rushed through me, picking it up and then like getting that first dose on me. It was another feeling that I don't think I can describe. It was just, it felt right. And so I had my second dose this morning, and so far, just started, so I'm not really noticing any changes yet. I know starting out, I already have, I mean, yeah, I don't have a high-pitched voice. I'm aware of that. And so I'm kind of excited to see how low this can go, you know? But yeah, um, I'm also half Filipino and the men in my family don't get too hairy, so I don't expect a lot in that department, but we'll see how things go. Yeah, I don't really know how I'm gonna end this video or wrap it up. I guess we'll see you in a week or so.